And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. Yeah, hello, good morning. The rain can barely afford to be pissed when I wake up. This whole life is so fucking pointless, filled with annoyance. Usage appointed, feel the rigor mortis, the shortage. Digital avoidance, give a coordinates. The brain goes in the morning, flip your portion, try to make a fortune. Fuck off, I'm trying to get my thoughts sorted, my life in order. Fuck the government supporter. Penny for your thoughts, I give you a quarter. The conduct of disordered all over. The kamikaze, rewind time, talk to me wrong, get bombed 7 times like Machiavelli the Don. I read the Bible and the Quran, and plenty of times I'm at war with myself. Bring a piece to my mental, we're working on my health. I hear the voices in my head, will I live to tell? Who knows? Heaven to hell, O's. Everyone don't get burned, trying to make the funds. In this life you only live once, it's cold, so go live in the run. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to rhymes that could just ease your mind through the night and day. In a merciless maze of telepath and tragic, can't resist and take all late. Just to say, contemplate the brain, contaminate, commentate, trying to contain whatever can be done. The thoughts just outrun everyone on the constant, just tracking designs. Fuck it, logical nonsense, stop at the Sonics, reclining while driving, cruising late and I will pagan homage, reading, gaining knowledge. If you coming at me with some bullshit, you can stop it. Just a dilution process, open the blinds to teach the conscious. Just be cautious how the brain reacts, emotionally detached from everything. If you trying to stop me from getting cash, get the fuck up out my way. Yeah, let it ride out. Yeah, let it ride out. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride. Yeah, come take a ride. Come take a ride. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kick It Podcast brought to you by Kick It Labs. Of course, we are broadcasting this live from the city of Oceanside. As always, I am Victor V. I'm joined by my bro, Bruce.
Yep.
And we actually have Louis taking a rest in this episode, but he will be producing. So he's in the green room with Mr. Piccolo hitting up the merchandise. So once again, thank you out for all those merch orders. But we do have a guest on this very badass Kick It podcast episode. We have somebody that you probably already have seen in the street while you're walking around the boulevard or whatnot. But this is a true artist coming out from these streets, these San Diego County streets. And I'm not talking just any art, man. I'm talking canvas, I'm talking murals, and of course, his main passion, tattooing. I'm talking about the one only Dentlok. And of course, we got the homie Snaps also joining in on this Kick It podcast episode. Hey, gentlemen, thank you for kicking it.
Hey, thank you for having me. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for you guys for coming by the labs and kicking it with us.
Yeah, dude,
honestly,
yeah.
it's a real honor.
Straight up, man.
Honor is mine, guys. Thank you.
Especially all this craziness going all around. I guess we're getting it on all sides, huh?
Yeah. San Diego's showing love, man.
Right,
We're a big
right.
city, right? So
Yeah, bro. Honestly, when it comes down to like the San Diego locals, when shit goes down to us, like the community got our back.
yeah,
I mean, we expressed it. You guys expressed it down there south, and then we've also had our thing up here
yeah.
as well. It's just crazy all around. I don't know what it is. I think it's the win. I think the shift of the season. People are coming down from the parties. I don't know what it is, man.
Right.
Hell yeah. I noticed that though. I think San Diego is coming together some more. You know, all of it, the whole county. You know, north, south, center. Everybody's kind of kicking it. You know, and we're the Kick It podcast here.
Oh, hey, you gotta thank the internet for that, dude. Because like
Yeah.
I feel like a couple years back, it was still a little bit more separation, but definitely just in the recent years, there's definitely been more union throughout the whole entire county. And we definitely appreciate you guys pulling up, man, from such a distance. Because I know you guys have to make a drive all the way over here to the Kick It, but
Yeah,
hey, thank you guys. for
it's
real.
worth it. Though. It's a good drive.
Yeah.
No, it was smooth sailing. No traffic. We're like, fuck, the beginning, we're like, damn, man, Southeast to,
Oh,
North
right.
County, we're like, oh, dude, But now, well,
It was
half
good.
an hour.
Hell yeah. I think it was about 45
We
minutes.
punched it over here. We're like, let's go.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Yeah, we made it on time.
you guys got the prime time traffic too and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On a Monday, I was like, damn.
with the time change, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, brother, but I do want to kind of just jump into it, man. But before we go there, can you just introduce yourself to the listeners and the viewers out there and let them know what it is that you do and what you're usually about?
I go first or he goes?
Oh, go for it. Go for
Oh,
it.
no, Dentlok. Yeah.
What's up? So my name is Daniel Angeles, Dentlok Angeles. What I do art. I create. You know, I've been tattooing for 14 years. I've been painting, drawing for my whole life. I've been making money out of it since first grade.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so my dad pulled up and I got those Dragon Ball Z posters, right? He showed me how to like put it against the window and then trace it and then put little shadows on it. And then he's like, all right, see, you're good. Now take it to school and sell it. So I took him to school and I was selling at my school for 25 cents for my little sketches. So that's how I got my tortas.
Hey,
That's right.
the hustle.
It worked. Homies, 25 cents. We got 25 cents. 25 cents in pesos, though. I was in Mexico when I was doing this.
Oh, okay, back.
Yeah.
What part of Mexico?
I'm originally from Mexico City, so soy chilango, man. Yeah. Oh, citadino, citadino. 'Cause I was
right now.
born there. Los chilangos, they move into the city, but I was born in the city.
Alright, word.
For sure.
Chilangolandia.
Yeah. How about for you, Snaps?
I'm originally from West LA and moved over here in 91.
I was born in 91.
Moved to Logan and I've been there ever since. My mom still stays there. I live across the street from Chicano Park right now, but my mom still stays there, and we've been there ever since. I joined the crew, a graffiti crew in San Diego. It's called s6e, still kicking ass, and we've been around for a long ass time, and we're still doing it. I'm not bombing the streets or nothing like that, but we went through a process. We're banging too. We got into it, and I had to do time for that shit, and I got out, and I'm like, I'm still involved, but in a like
Allegedly.
in a different capacity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, now he's a
Allegedly.
curator.
In a
now.
different
Yeah.
capacity, So I still know everybody, all the OGs, and everybody from the neighborhood. And when you're busted, you get to meet everybody too. So now everybody knows you. Um, well, I did 24 years in the joint for tag banging, I guess you could say.
Oof,
But
long stretch.
but uh, but yeah, everybody knows who I am. So I'm came back to the neighborhood. We're still there. Um, what I do is I curate walls now. Because I was on pro like for 5 years. So I'm like, you know what? I could still do something. I'm gonna get walls, get permission. We're gonna do it. We're gonna hook it up. They renamed everything in Logan Heights, the cultural art district. So now they let murals go up everywhere. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make it like a walking gallery. We're just gonna, everywhere you go, you're gonna see art. And but it started in Chicano Park, and then just sprouted from there. Um, I seen Homeboy, doing a few things, and I'm like, hey, what's up,
Ah, man, he opened a big door for me, man. Like I was looking at walls and I was seeing like doing people doing productions and stuff. I was like, man, I want to do some stuff like that. I want to paint a big wall. And then he came around. He did this big wall event. Had a bunch of artists pull up and paint on all over like Commercial Avenue. And I hit him up. Well, I asked him if he have a spot for me. He's like, hell yeah, I got your spot. So he gave me a spot, and then it was the beginning. It was the beginning of a really fun journey that's been going on so far. And thanks to my homie, like he opened that door, I did that wall, and then he got me another wall, and then I took care of that wall, and then this wall opened another door, and then it's just door after door after door after door, and it's been fucking
No,
amazing.
it's a beautiful thing, dude. When you devote yourself and you could see your passion reflected on that piece of art, like it's contagious, and people want more of that. And now I like your approach that you just mentioned right now. Making sure that it's almost like a gallery, so every single wall you hit, is just art blasted on that. That's
And
poetic,
then
man. Thank you.
it's from this artist from all over San Diego. We get them from everywhere. I linked up with Mike from Oside Hit Ups, and he knows everybody down here. And
Shout
Some
out.
Shout out to
Mike,
Oside Hit Ups.
OG Mike. Yeah, that was super cool, man.
And,
He opened a good door for us
and
too.
you guys got a big scene over here. It's kind of low key because it's a little conservative over here, right?
Definitely.
But man, he brought a whole mess of people. We had a big battle. It was North County versus South Bay graffiti
That was
art
fun,
battle.
man. You guys, yeah,
Oh.
we're trying to do it again.
North County won.
Ah, man.
did.
What was the guy's name? Adobe. Oh man,
My
this
bad,
guy
my
Adobe
bad,
does
guys.
some
I just
cool
had to say
stuff.
I'm not surprised.
Nah.
I gotta say that.
It was a good battle, man. It was good.
I
You got
bet.
fucking North County brought
Yeah, no,
fire.
The whole
We had-
San Diego scene just.
Hey, we had
Yeah.
over 100 artists, and Dice and a couple of guys that were all judges. They're legendary artists, and yeah, they gave it to North County. And it was pretty badass. It was all day long, and we filled like 4 blocks of artists, and then we had to go to another spot because it was overflow. It's just a lot of people.
Yeah.
Bro, the cops pulled up and then put in the speaker like, "Thanks for helping beautify the community," and then took off.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, no, they're cool over there. Everything's
Yeah.
We won the community over. You know what I mean? You put good stuff. He does characters. He's not a letter guy. He's mostly like characters and
Yeah,
cultural stuff.
yeah. I don't
and-
consider myself like a writer. Like I started writing when I was young, and like in high school, I got into
Yeah.
graffiti. Funny enough, graffiti changed my life a lot. Like I got caught doing some tagging, and then they sent me to this graffiti prevention class. I think it was the worst thing and the best thing they could have done for me because they showed this movie. It's called the Bombing the System. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It was like an old school graph movie, and it just talks about this kid trying to follow his dad's steps and becoming the graph king of New York. And to me, that was fucking amazing. I was like, man, this movie ain't trying to make me not do graffiti. I want to do graffiti now, like let me do this. And so graffiti ended up leading into tattooing, and tattooing is leading into muralism, and then it's doing into all this like community activism and community organizer type of stuff. So
So we you know, so we work together. I work with a bunch of people, you know, and but you know, he lives by my pad, and you know, we bonded. I know his family, he knows my family, so we're cool. And you know, he got down with my crew, so you know, and you know, I'm still from SK. We're still in the crew. We still do things, you know, but you know, we're in another level. You know what I mean? We're trying to do stuff that's gonna last. You know?
Yeah, it's about the art, man. It's about the culture.
Yeah,
now.
it's not about just bumming a wall to bomb it, right? It's,
Yeah,
you know, you're
no.
trying to have it be preserved and stay there for the long haul.
Yeah, trying to give the community something cool to look at. You know, see these youngsters be like inspired by it. You know, like when I was painting the walls, the kids will come by and I'm like, "Oh man, that's so cool!" And I'm like, "Hey, you want to paint? Like, let's do it. Let's try it out." You know, so it's good for them and trying to see something different than those ugly walls. You know, plain walls that have just patches of paint on top of it. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, you know what? And that's so funny that you mentioned it, because like every single time that I go south on the 5, like near the airport, you know how there's like that big old stretch where the freeway is like one's higher than
Yeah.
the other,
Yeah.
and you just see that empty space
man.
of wall, like
I want that wall.
right, like something there would just it would change the city like
It
that
does.
in a snap.
It don't last long though. People
Nah.
paint it and it'll go that same day. It's gone.
People get egged on seeing shit like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
We've hit it before. It gets erased too fast. So
Wow.
some spots, you know, but it is a good spot.
Yeah. They should be.
I
on
mean,
there
it's fun.
sometimes.
It's fun. I mean, bombing is totally fun. It's an adventure. It's cool, you know. But eventually, you know, you want to challenge yourself. You want to push yourself to something else, and you know, and the cream of the top is, you know, doing murals. You know, something that's gonna last, something that you put your heart and your passion in, and that's where it's at, you know. And bombing, but it's all, you know, we all started right there. You know, we started, you know, bombing, tagging, doing all that stuff, and but you know, we all evolved. So this is where we're at. You know, you know, I'm 50 years old, so I can't be running around the freeways. And
Yeah, no, and like you mentioned, at the end of the day, it's about like, you know, making an impact in the community and making sure that, you know, it benefits the community, not just something it's done out of like ego or something like that, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's about the culture. It's about I think now it's about the legacy. You know, like we're trying to do that. Just live a legacy and let the kids show what we could do, what we've done. You know, because we're Mexicans, man. We're doing stuff. And I try to take our land back. You know, Mark, yeah, like, hey,
We're here
like,
first, huh?
like if you think about it, as humanity, we have like writing on walls. It's in our fucking blood. It's in our genes. That's if you go back to the beginning of humanity, we were doing it on the walls already. You know, like all those cave writings, all those cave drawings and stuff. That's graffiti, bro. That's writing on the wall. You know, that's muralism right there. So we carry it. Humanity carries art in our souls, and if we think about it, this art has done so much for humanity throughout the whole time. You know, like it can either bring you down, or it can bring you up, or it can make you feel good, or you know what I mean. Like, art is powerful.
Oh yeah, dude. As long as you get a reaction and it brings you an emotion, it already made an impact in your life.
Yeah, big time.
so, you know, like we were saying, you know, growing up, I already knew a lot of people, and as people got older, people started doing stuff. So one of the homies that I know, you know, he started La Vuelta. There's a cruising. They do car shows. You know.
You heard of that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I've
with
heard
the
of La
Chicano
Vuelta.
Park by Logan. Yeah.
And they
It's
used
just
to do
a
it-
big cruise, right?
Yeah, and they do
Yeah.
cruising up and down Logan Avenue. It's a big, you know, it's a big deal right over there. And because they didn't have no cruising, you know, the cops were really strict and they tried to shut down everything. And
But you know, they just recently lifted up the ban
The
on
Highlands,
cruising.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
but it took a lot of, you know, fighting for that, you know.
Yeah.
And then they closed it again, and they fought it again. You know, it was going back and forth.
Yeah.
And, but there's, you know, it's a big scene. It's a big, you know, it's becoming mainstream now. So now it's being accepted. You know, it's not looked down on. You know,
I mean,
know,
they did it. You know,
it's a
the
trip.
people
The
came
National
together.
City, you know, the cops over there, they were real strict. You know, like there's some cities where the cops are just, you know, they dog you out. You know, and National City was known for, you know,
Having that, you know, that strictness on
Yeah,
them. Even now,
throw
I
away
hear,
the key, make up something. They don't,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it is they got to do. You know, they're gonna gaffle you up.
Yeah,
But
even now I keep like hearing from time to time how even the crews like over there try to go down once in a while, but you know, law enforcement still be assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's like that, man.
Even though I thought we'd be having like better relationships, which most of the time it is throughout this county, but at some parts, you know, some things will never change.
Yeah.
You know who we are.
But
when it comes down to it,
but people is changing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
you get
sure.
a lot of the old. Guess the old guards are retiring, so you got all these new cops coming in, and they know, you know, they grew up in the scene. They know that it's
got
not
more of open mind.
Yeah, they're open minded.
New generation, man. Like the OGs are retiring.
They're not tripping on
the double OGs are retiring.
Yeah.
We
got OGs still working here. Yeah. For sure.
So what? So one day, I guess I'm gonna just jump into it. So I know some guy. His name is Ruben Torres, and he does an event. He's like a pastor. He does a lot of stuff.
Good guy, man. He's a good homie. Good person.
He runs a big, organization called Love Thy Neighbor in South Bay. He's from South Bay.
Okay, what is that organization about? What do they do?
They do
Love
soup
Thy
lines. They do they give food to the people, the homeless, to anybody. They do
they provide resources to the community.
Toys for Tots.
Yeah, man.
Community they do all
stuff.
kinds of stuff. They do wrestling. They do all kinds of stuff for the community.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a pastor. In my eyes, he's a pastor. You know what I mean? He's a man of God, but he's really reaching out to everybody. Before that, he used to be like a producer, music producer. He used to manage POD.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And other people. So he knows how to do big events and stuff like that. Like, he's perfect. So God's using him in a lot of things. And I was with one of his buddies when we're busted in prison. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna work with Ruben Torres. And I'm all right. Well, when I get out, I'll reach out too. So that's what happened. I reached out. And he's like, yeah, man, you do graffiti, you do art. We need people, I want to do all these activities. And sure enough, we did a little, some graph over here, some art over here in South Bay. And then one day, he told me, you know what? I went to high school in Chula Vista with Rey Mysterio. I know his dad. I know his family.
They're like this, man. They're
homies. And you know what?
Yeah.
I want to do a big old mural, but I want to do it in Logan and. Because it's all the razas right there, nobody knows, if you do, it depends where you do it at, where people are like, who's that? I don't know who's that. But in the hood, everybody knows Rey Mysterio. Everybody knows his dad, his dad's a triple OG wrestler from Tijuana,
Rey Mysterio Sr., I guess. Yeah, he's the OG.
And so there's like a whole dynasty family. His son, Dominic, and he said, yeah, man, get a wall and somewhere in Logan and we'll make it happen. I'm all right. So he found the wall, actually.
Yeah, he reached out to me and told me about the project. He's like, hey, I have this project.
Yeah, I told him about it.
Ruben wants that.
Oh, nice. So how'd you guys get the wall cleared?
So, well, when he told me the idea, like I heard, like I didn't know he already knew Ruben, but I had worked with Ruben in a different project for because he does lucha libre events besides that, nice. And so I saw that he was requesting art. So I hit him up and I was like, I got a piece for you. And I dropped up La Parca painting for him and I put it there.
Oh, smooth.
And then I did one for what's his name? This other wrestler. And he ended up showing up to that wrestle. I was like, oh shit, this was here. So I took my painting and I had him sign it. She was really tight. But once he told me the project, when he gave me the idea of painting a Rey Mysterio mural, my mind was just gone, man. Like there was no stopping it.
And he was locked in.
I had a vision right away. Yeah. I was like, that's my job. That's gonna be my. Like I knew it. There was no doubt in my head that was gonna be mine. Like that was my project, and then I had to do it. So I reached out about it. Like, hey, my homie Larry told me about the project. Is it cool if I take care of it? And he's like, yeah, definitely, bro. Let's do it. We just need to find a wall. Like you say, we want to make sure it's in in the Logan area, the southeast area. I was like, cool, no problem. I'll figure it out. And so one day I was on my way to this other meeting for this other mirror project that we have going on. And I got dropped off right in front of that wall. So my Uber dropped me off right there. I was coming from my shop and I got out, I looked at the wall and I was like, that's my fucking wall. That's mine. That's it. Like I just knew. Like when he told me that's like the project, like that's my project. That's my wall. Like I knew it. So I took a picture of the wall. I kind of already had because I talked to Ruben. He gave me what he wanted, like the people, the wrestlers that he wanted, and so I had searched out some references of the angles and the pictures that I wanted to do that I thought would be the best, like for me to do. So I took a picture of that wall with my tablet. I overlapped them really quick. I went inside the store. I found the owner, and I was like, "Hey, man, my name is Dentlok, and I want to paint your wall. Do you like wrestling?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm cool with it." I was like, "Well, I want to do Rey Mysterio, and I want to do this, and I want to do that." He's like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Yeah, but all I need is your wall." And he says, "Well, how much do I need to pay?" I was like, "You don't even pay. Just give me your wall." He's like, "Okay, come back tomorrow." So I was like, "Cool." He was happy. Like it seemed like he was for it. So the next day when I come back, I told him, and like, well, actually, I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I texted him before I went, and I told him like, "Hey, it's me, the artist. I'm checking in about the wall." He's like, "It's a go." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I got the permission. I went in and talked to him again, told him about it. He's like, "Yeah, you can start painting whenever you want." So then, I got together with him because they run the SD Riders. And we got together with the Logan Heights CDC. We got together with Ruben Torres and Love That Neighbor.
Outside.
OSI too. They all these organizations, like they all pitched in and then they helped me out get the paint get that started, and so we got started. Once I got a couple $100, we went and bought a bunch of paint, and then that Sunday we want to start hitting that wall, man. And I took my wife, I took my two daughters, and we started buffing the wall. Him and his girl showed up, and then they were helping me buff the wall too, and then it was just a whole family thing. And that's how we got started.
Nice, bro. I mean, it was a beautiful project, dude. And this was back in February, or
Nah, this
no, right?
was last October, August.
Oh, damn, bro.
That's when it was like July when the idea came in when we talked about this, and then August that's when I started working on the wall, and I finished it in February. It took me 5 months to finish the whole wall.
Oof.
It was 100 feet long by 14 feet tall. So they helped me buff the wall, and I did all that, but the rest of the work I ended up just doing it on my own.
Oh man, that's an intense prep right there. 5 months for a project,
Yeah,
and honestly, you know what's funny? Like months before, I ended up figuring out about your mural. That like because I seen
yeah.
ground floor. I'm pretty sure you know who they are,
Oh yeah,
and like they were doing pieces all over town, dude. And I was like, it kind of got my wheel spinning. I was like, you know what? There's definitely a few Sayog, Gwyn's, all these other like major, professional athletes out there. But I had never seen a Rey Mysterio mural until yours came along, dude. And I was like, hell yeah, there it is. Especially that part where he has like the red mask and he's got
yeah.
like a fist up. Like the whole entire piece is just clean, dude. And I don't know, man. It got me really excited, and then just to hear what ended up turning of it, like it just kind of it crushed my heart, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
definitely tough.
it was, man. My stomach dropped the day I saw it. I was actually on my way to talk to the owner about the mural because the guy that I made the deal with, like I had the agreement to allow me to paint the
Yeah,
wall.
the verbal agreement
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
verbal and a text agreement.
and the text agreement.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had to have the text agreement. At least I
Okay,
had
okay,
that. Yeah,
okay.
that's my key.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he ended up selling the building. He we figured out like that kind of building you don't just sell it right away. It takes a little time to make the decision and get a whole process going on. So it's the theory that he already knew he was gonna sell the building, but he still let us do it. And they didn't let us know nothing, they didn't tell me nothing at all. So later on we found out that the building was all for sale and somebody was gonna buy it. Wasn't sure. I had an idea that it was someone close to the area, and I had met with that person, and he had requested a mural from me because he was friends with that owner.
The
So
the the
yeah, the liquor store across the liquor store across the
Martin's.
street. Yeah. So I thought, all right, cool. He's pro art because he obviously wants a piece on his wall. His wall gets hit up all the time, so he's tired of buffing it out. So once you put a mural on it, you don't gotta buff it out no more because they respect it. Do something sick, people respect it. So I thought he was cool with it. He'll be up for it. So I pull up to go look for him to see if it's him, and I figure out it really wasn't him who bought the building. It was someone else. But that day when I pulled up to try to talk to him, the wall was already gone. So it was just painted out, really fucking cheap.
Well,
was
but
whack.
yeah, 5 months of work just to be gone in
Yeah,
hours with white paint.
yeah. The mural was up for like a good 8 months. So I mean, yeah, it sucked. All that gone, all that time, and it was starting to catch fire, man. Like the mural was starting to really to grow and do that. Like I seen people. There's a homie from here. I remember his name, Georgie Fresco, or something like that. He works with North County Productions. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he went and did a music video in front of it. So I thought that was fucking tight. I was like, hell yeah, man, that's tight. That's my wall right there. Like with Rey Mysterio behind that. And I was like, that was beautiful. A couple other people were going taking pictures. They would tag me. They would share it and all that. So I thought that was really tight. And then I got in the newspaper, man. Like this reporter from Tijuana, from Frontera newspaper, drove by and he saw it. So he got down and he took a picture with it. And then he posted it on his social media. And oddly enough, I wake up early in the morning. I'm scrolling through Facebook, just in bed, scrolling, trying to wait for the kids to wake up. And then it says something you might be interested. Like, Facebook will show you things that you could be interested on.
Yeah.
And it was that dude taking a picture of my wall. And I was like, oh, that's that. Like, yeah, I'm definitely interested in this.
That one I like real quick.
Yeah, like, hey, that's my wall, man. It looks tight. Thanks for taking a shot of it.
It was definitely picking up traction, dude. I mean, like you said, I saw a bunch of tags, hashtags, even a quick Rey Mysterio interview.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that you had Senior out there for like the unveiling of the mural. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the family was aware, so like it's pretty messed up that it just kind of got ripped out underneath the rug,
Right.
Yeah, definitely, man. I wish I had the chance to talk to the owner before he did it, because I think I could explain to him, like, look, man. Like, not only do I benefit, but you benefit out of this. Whatever business that you're building in this place is going to benefit like crazy. Because if he had kept the wall and eventually we get Rey Mysterio to have some time free, he will come down to San Diego and do an event there, He talked
100%.
about it. He was happy about it. He was willing to do it. It's just his schedule is busy. He just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, once you do that, he's like running everywhere, but...
He lives in Vegas.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, he doesn't live in Old Town Ranch anymore. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, he moved out. Yeah, but it would have been dope. It would have benefited the owner a lot. Like, I mean, you're gonna have Rey Mysterio come down to your business and do something there. Like, that's pretty tight. Whatever he's building will benefit. Like, people will go buy. If it's another store, you'll buy. I will direct people. You just go buy from here. Like we're here. Buy it from here. Buy it from the homie. Like, we'll all come up together. It wasn't. It was for everybody, and he didn't think about it like that.
What's so funny, in a sense, is that I don't know. We should have brought some pictures, but they buffed it real quick. They just got a
overnight type of thing.
No, it was in the morning, bro.
It was in the morning.
Yeah, because we live on that street. It's on Imperial Avenue, so it's like maybe 6 blocks away from my house.
Okay, you right around
Excuse
the
me.
corner.
Yeah, so my wife takes that street down to drop off my girls at school. So it was like she took off about 7:45, dropped by. The mirror was still there. I went down the street like around 10 o'clock, and the mirror was gone. So within those 2-3 hours, they got rid of it. And like you say, it was a really half-assed job, man. Because if you look at it, you can still see the wall is still there.
they
Like
did they barely covered it with the spray gun. Like you could still see kind of behind it, like a first coat. They didn't really do it that strong.
You can still see like the outline of it.
You can still see it. You can still see it. And but was a trip is that they just did that part. They didn't even paint the whole building.
Neta?
Like,
You see the pictures, yeah.
Bro, I'd be pissed.
You'll think
Bro.
that if you're gonna paint over the whole building or refurbish or something, that you're gonna do the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
And no, they only did that little part. And,
yeah.
But around, but all around it, you see a bunch of little tags. You see Tu Mama and some other tags. Like some bullshit. And they ain't buffed that shit. I'm like, what? They just.
Why did you just do me like that? I hate it. When I got there, I was like, man, that feels personal. This feels like this is a personal attack to me.
I bet it felt personal, dog.
Yeah.
The way you explaining it and how it went down, yeah, that does.
Yeah.
But there was another mural on the back of it.
Yeah.
That was there for years.
Olders, man. That was a sick
And,
mural by
that was
the OGs.
done by Dice and Hassler.
Yeah.
They're OG painters, and they did Junior Seya, back in the day when he was, hitting hard, and it was there for a while, and it was real clean. It was real tough. Nobody messed with that mural, and they buffed that shit too. So
Yeah, but that was the next day.
That was the next day.
Yeah, the first day they just buffed my wall. The next day I was telling my homie's like, well, I'm actually driving by right now, and they're buffing this other mural. And I was like, man, that's messed up.
Man, the Mexicans and the Usos got it. It's
Yeah,
fucked up. Wait,
yeah, they just got rid of all of us. We don't know who owns the building, so
that conversation is still going.
Yeah, but yeah, we're moving on past that, man. I think
Yeah.
this things, this happening to the wall, it sucked for sure. It hurt my feelings, but it's a bigger thing. There's a bigger picture. When
it just like the fire under us, now, because
yeah, yeah, that's
now you're like you're feeling it, like, man, forget that, now you feel the struggle. Now you're like, you know what, either you're gonna take it laying down, or you're gonna wanna, fight back, be smarter about it, maybe, we talk to other people. Hey, you should have done a contract. Maybe you should have done other stuff. Maybe verbal
you live and you
agreements
learn.
is not.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Verbal agreements is probably not concrete. Maybe you gotta. So
There's a lot of variables to that, and you guys did bring a good point. It does take a while for a transfer of business titles to go along, or even the transfer of buildings themselves. I get that takes months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm there with everybody. That I'm pretty sure the old owner knew, and that's why he's like, yeah, go ahead and paint the walls, whatever. I'm gonna sell this business, and whoever is gonna own it next has to worry about it.
I want to put out there that
Feels
these are
like
not
it.
facts.
Yeah,
This is
it's
just what we're feeling and allegedly.
theories.
We gotta be
Theories,
careful.
100%.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
yeah, I mean, if I was in the owner's mind, I'll be like, well, shit, I didn't have to pay. I mean, if he had to pay out of his pocket, he'll probably be like, nah, I ain't gonna throw away $1,000 or whatever if he had to pay, right?
Yeah.
So he
I mean-
probably wasn't feeling it.
I mean, a piece like that, it's
It costs a lot, man.
thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It costs a lot. Just in paint, it was about $1,200 worth of paint.
Ooh.
So the community gave me some. I ended up pitching a little bit at the end because I needed some extra colors, and I didn't want to just go ask for my money. I was like, fuck, I could go buy me this colors on this. Let's get this piece done. So, and it was all donation wise, like because I didn't get paid out of it. I didn't ask for no money to do it. I didn't ask for nothing to do it. I just wanted to do the project because I knew it. Like you said, nobody's done Rey Mysterio. Nobody's done anything else. I like the homies Ground for Mirrors. They're really good. And I like all the work that they do with the Padres. But if you think about it, those guys are getting paid to pay for the Padres. You know what I mean? They get paid to pay here. And somebody else paid them more. Yeah, and they get paid. They go.
Last contract.
Yeah,
they
it's
lost
a
it.
contract, bro. So it's just like they get paid to represent San Diego, and if someone else paid them more, they'll go and represent San Diego over there. But you think about it, Rey Mysterio is representing San Diego since the get-go. It's always been 619 on him. It's always been SD on him. Ever since I was little, I would watch Rey Mysterio do the 619 on everybody's face, So
Yeah.
it's the 619, San Diego, like I feel like San Diego is a very proud town, we're really proud of being in San Diego. We represent SD everywhere, right? Like you got SD in the hats and SD in the shirts, everywhere. So why not represent the people that are actually representing the city? The people that are putting the 619 up there. So that was perfect. Like, and all the people in the wall, they have roots in San Diego. His uncle, Rey Mysterio Sr., used to have luchas down the street from where I did the mural. He had a gym right there. Ruben Torres used to referee for him, and like they did all that. That's how deep they go, how far they go back. So I don't know. Do you guys know the story of like Rey Mysterio and how he got his name and all that?
Oh, that. Should we get like another episode
should
for
we-
this?
we should go
Yeah.
ahead and run it
I
down.
know
It's
about heart,
interesting,
bro.
yeah. I could give you a quick one.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
run it,
Run it.
He started wrestling in Tijuana with his uncle. Rey Mysterio was already going, and his name was actually El Colibri. And the mural right next to him, I put El Colibri. Just people that know it, they would know that was his original name. That's how he started to wrestle. Once he graduated and he earned his stripes, his uncle blessed him with the name. And so that's when he took the Rey Mysterio name. At the same time, Conan and Psychosis were already doing the things with Eddie Guerrero, and they're opening the door to get into WCW. And so that's when Conan was like, come on, vente, way. And then he pulled Rey Mysterio. So he told him, my name is Rey Mysterio, and they spell Rey Mysterio. Oh, So they spelled it with a. That's why it's spelled with a Y, because in Spanish, you don't spell it with a Y. It's an I. But they they misspell it and then they just run with it. So that's how he got his Rey Mysterio name. And then from there, he became who he is. So that's why we had. That's why I put Rey Mysterio Senior, because he's the coach. He's like the base, the root of all of this Mysterio thing. We put Conan there because Conan is the guy that opened the door for him to come to the US and become Rey Mysterio. He left the Colibri in Tijuana and he came here. And then we had I did put Ruben Torres on it because he was the referee. He was right in the middle. He's the referee. Then we put OG rapper Mad One. Mad One was like the guy that they would like the Bujika song. He did the intro songs for Rey Mysterio. I think he did it. He did it for Conan for sure. He did music videos with Conan. I think he did some work for Psychosis and Eddie Guerrero as well. But he was deep in there. And I think it was WrestleMania 23 or 24. He actually went to perform the song with POD at WrestleMania. So he had to be there. All these people, they're all rooted into the Mysterio legacy and they all represent San Diego.
Well, how about the son?
And the son, so you have to put the son. He was on. I remember watching the son on the stage. Like they'll bring him up sometimes. Well, he was always watching his dad wrestle, so he was always involved in it. And now that he's wrestling, he's building up his own story. So to me, that was the next generation. We had the OG generation, then the middle, the legend generation, and then we have the new one, the new people. This is a new blood that's gonna come up and represent. So
and there's the legacy.
And just wait till his daughter starts wrestling too.
Dude.
Oh, shit.
But
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell
he's
nobody.
not Rey Mysterio Jr. or nothing like that, right?
No.
Don?
Yeah,
Don,
he's doing his own.
It's still Dominic Mysterio,
So
right?
far, he's the greatest heel that we've seen so far, Doc.
Bro, right?
Is Dominic Mysterio?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Dominic.
Dom.
Yeah.
with the mamacita he has, Dom.
That girl, yeah.
Yeah, you can straight wrestling talk now.
Yeah.
It's a good story though.
It's a great
It's
story.
awesome.
They're
It's
killing
like
it,
it's a
man.
family dynasty right there. Just
Right.
Yeah. I got word that like his father-in-law lives in the area. Dominic's father-in-law lives in that area. And he drove by, he saw, he took a picture, he sent it to Dominic sent it to Ray, and then Ray got to see the mural.
That's right.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's fucking cool, man. I'm glad, like it was tight.
Yeah, and that's crazy. In this past Crown Jewel event, Rey Mysterio just dropped the U.S. title to Logan Paul.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, damn, they're keeping this shit interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he just gave it to him?
No way.
He lost.
He took the L, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
In the show business, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, about time. I mean, I think he put in his work.
I don't know, but either way, it looks good with the business and how there's another heel that has a title. It's always great when the heel has a title, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you want that fucker to get his ass whooped.
Then you fight and then you make
Right.
it bigger. Yeah.
And then every time they keep winning, they just build up the hype more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's facts.
But we got a bunch of wrestling events in Logan. Other than
They do. Yeah.
We
Lucha
have a
Libre
bunch-
be happening when it's growing. Like that place.
for some reason, we got wrestling events in every 10 blocks. There's a place where there's one called the Shop in Logan, and they do midget wrestling.
Yeah, you guys
Dude.
ever seen that?
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
It's
Yeah,
wild,
that's-
yeah.
Love it. $25. All ages. You can bring the family. Kids are free, and that's like the funniest one. For me, I love it. They're actors. I mean, it's a whole show, but it's really really cool. But they got all kinds of. Just a lot of people go over there. So, come down, man. Bring the people. Come down.
Hell
Yeah, definitely big old shout out to all my people out there in Logan, man. Thank you for
What's
tuning
up?
in.
And we do got some comments I
Yeah.
want to get because we've been on this conversation.
Yeah, no, it's been beautiful. Hey, shout out to everybody commenting on the IG and on the YouTube and on anywhere that you are streaming this from. Because today we probably won't get to any of those IG comments, but for sure we will get onto those YouTube because that's the best way to watch the show. Check out the YouTube, subscribe.
Valeria Durans with the wave emoji. What up? Saying, speaking of art, I won first plate in the category for pumpkin decorating contest. Oh, I saw that on your story.
Congratulations.
I saw that on your story. Congratulations on that. Your pumpkin did look dope.
That's cool, man. That's kind of hard, man.
And Lydia Durant saying Donald Trump has entered the chat. ...
Hey Trump, pay a couple of my bills, bro.
Hey, bro, all I gotta say is make my bank account great again, dog.
When
I
they end
Straight
that
up.
don't know
check.
about all that other bullshit. For real. So.
Hey, well, Dentlok, dude, before we, well, nah,
Yeah,
I don't even. Should we go to break?
We should go ahead and take a break. This is the perfect
Yeah,
opportunity to do so.
All right,
Alright.
Dentlok, you all right with that? You
Yeah,
got a quick
yeah,
break?
yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Snaps.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
your
yeah.
show.
All right, let's get it. Hey, well, everybody,
Beer break.
I think,
What's up?
if you have been tuning in to this interview, don't forget we are here with Dentlok and we are here with Snaps. Brewski just kind of got broken there, but we're chilling, we're
You
kicking
got stuck
it.
in that record.
Yeah, for real, big shout out to everybody tuning in. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. So don't go anywhere. Stick through the messages. We'll be right back with the second half. And of course, shout out to the sponsors who made this season right here happen. Shout out to the draft. Shout out Urban Water. Shout out Street Knowledge Hydraulics. Shout out Cali Blunt. Anything you need.
Shout out to Natalie's Fashion.
Yeah.
And shout out to Women Workout Wear.
I think so. Yeah.
They started strong. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, hell
Anyone
yeah.
else I'm missing, Vic?
Man. Shout out to the labs.
Hey. Shout out to the Namekians.
Yeah. Shout out to
yeah.
Piccolo. Don't forget to put in your merch order. We'll be right back with the second half. This is Kick It Podcast.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. The work we putting in won't be overlooked. Our body language, your boy looks shook, and he should be. I be Marcus can be at the rim, don't get touchy. I can't believe this is happening. The merge from north to south. I don't doubt many men, but many men in the end get lost. Hell of a cause, cause everyone trying to be the boss. But then society, give me a pause. Raise the applause for the fucking terrorism, making an error. Knee deep in every endeavor, stay classy and clever. Hieroglyphics to letters. Everything that I do is all for the better. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman.
Yo, you never knew that I spit them scriptures like rabbi. Spit that fake shit, never have I. You don't wanna be an enemy, but then I lie. Before I have to cut your body parts like a tan line. You out your damn mind, thinking you could box with us. We like some juggernauts, homie, you ain't stopping us. Pop the clutch, speeding off with lots of bucks. You watching us, get blinded when we cock and bust. Don't ever worry about what could have been. Death around the corner, know the casket's what they put me in. Living on the bottom of the bottom, what I'm looking in. I'm going after every fucking thing that I should have been.
I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman. I never knew what it could have been. Adrenaline kicking in, ain't no minute, man. We taking off for the cause and now by your miss. Putting out every fire like a fireman.
Is it me or is rap music just getting laser?
Yeah, reach in my pocket, that stress, cigarettes in the lid. Yeah, what? Yeah, reach in my my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. I need the presidents. Fuck the dead presidents. This world's a ghetto, several to settle, fueling the devil. Gas through the pedal, living to die. This can't be life. Life's full of wisdom, needing ants back in the day, sipping here. Trying to come up with my friends, no doubt. Yeah, hit the streets, got to show what you really be about. Quicker cops on the prowl, at any given minute, shit can go down. Open the trunk, open the funky sounds. I was lost, but now I'm found. Playing haters, hating the style is not allowed, and there's no doubt around here. Still walking around with no fear. Let me clear the way, so don't you dare interfere. Real, till the day I die supplied. The public with rhymes, look in my eyes. No regrets in this life. Though you think about shit, gotta continue to strive. Wanna be like living broke ain't the way. Gotta try to stack it, give yourself your own grace. Escape the pain, go against the grain. Different day at time, synchronize the price to pay. Sacrifice, bitch ass motherfuckers. I've arrived, let's ride, that's ride. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, match stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is.
Yes, sir. And just like that, we're back with the second half of the Dentlok interview, also joined by Snaps. And now for the second half, we're joined by Louis Lope himself.
Looked
we
at Bruce and I was like, tag me, bro. I was on the ring post.
So we got the tag team action.
Tag team.
And we got Brewski now in the green room. So, Brewski, thank you so much for holding down the production on the second half, bro.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad to be able to jump in the second half and chat with you guys, man. But I saw as I was hearing like aside from like Rey Mysterio and like Eddie Guerrero, what are some of your other like favorite luchadores or wrestlers?
Man, I go with the Mexican guys, man.
Okay.
La Parca was always one of my
La
favorites.
was dope. Cuando salía con la pinche silla.
Yeah, that fool was tight. I like Octagon. Was one of my favorites when I was a kid, for sure. His that red and white mask, that was so tight. He looked like a ninja to me too.
Oh yeah, man.
Seen them. Yeah, that El Perro Aguayo before the OG before I think the son passed away.
Yeah,
I think it was Rey Mysterio's fault.
No, allegedly you can't say nothing like that. It was an accident that happened in the ring, and Rey Mysterio Jr. was involved with that accident.
It happens, those dudes do a lot of crazy stuff, man. Those stunts, it's wild.
Yeah, it was like like when you're getting power bombed, like they might let you down softly, but you're still getting power bombed. You're still taking those hits.
Yeah,
and I don't know, I think that's something that people don't really get. Because they're like, oh, it's fake. Like, yeah, but still, dude, like, they're still getting choke slammed. They're still getting, getting put through a fucking table.
Man, can you get a Batista bomb?
Yeah, fuck.
I remember when I was a kid, I grew up in the 80s, right? So it was WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, WWF. Yeah. It wasn't WWE. And we'll fuck with other kids. Oh, come here, man. I'm going to do the DDT on you. You know what I mean? But they'll fuck you up. They fuck you up.
Bro, anybody run up to you and do an RKO?
The bouncy house.
Yeah.
I've used the DDT in a fight before, bro.
Oh, shit.
Actually,
dude, like, I don't say you just like fucking just drop on the head. Like, they could do some damage, bro.
Yeah, man.
There used to be an old one called a camel clutch. We used to do all kinds of stuff, bro. We were fucking fools. But my favorite wrestling back in those days was WWF was cool, but I would watch Glow in the middle of the night, That was,
that's like the
ladies of
wrestling,
the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
Hollywood and buying, a bunch of chicks.
Of course you went to that.
Maniaco.
I don't blame you, bro. They made that Netflix show, and I was watching that shit. I was like, all right, hell yeah.
But back then, because back then it was pretty clean, and I was like the only one like, oh, what the hell is this? All right, And but yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I liked it, Yeah. But that's but we could do stuff here. We could do murals here if anybody has a business or house or alley. We'll come down. We'll hook it up. Or there's local artists up in North County. We could shoot them over.
You guys got fire. We're established that. You want a battle.
You guys are listening. Check it out. Link up with these guys, man.
Yeah, man. Let's work together.
Let's get that connection going.
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. Because I think there's only one junior sale mural here in the city, and it's actually right behind the Surf Bowl, in some like warehouse place or like not a warehouse place, like a storage place.
Wow.
But it's so high up there, dude. It's like nobody can really see it, honestly. But like having a junior
sale, because he was from over here, right? He lived here. Yeah,
he's from out here, bro. I mean, this is where he had his last moments.
Yeah.
So
his family's still here. His son and everybody?
the whole gang's is still out here, bro.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll hook him up, or whatever anybody wants. We'll do it, We'll hook it up.
What are some of you guys' favorite murals that you've done?
Mine, honestly, it was the Rey Mysterio one. Was one of my favorite ones. Right now, I would say the last one I did was that 2-story Dia de los Muertos house. That was beautiful. It was like Katrina with the Sugar Skull guy, and they were just like dancing, having a good time.
Yeah, you just posted it not long ago, right?
Yeah, I finished that. Cool. Yeah, that was 7 days nonstop. Yeah, it was I got there 8 in the morning. I go home at 6 p.m. 6, 7. Once the sun went down, I'm not doing nothing else. Yeah. Time to go home. But you put in hours. Yeah.
Down by
I sent you gonna part 2. Yeah. Oh.
We got a whole block all around the block.
Oh yeah, the DC
like
wall.
a block away from convention center,
Okay.
and we call it the Comic Con wall.
Mhm.
And we just got a bunch of artists, and everybody did comic characters. He did one. Everybody
Yeah.
did one.
Yeah, I
And-
did Moon Knight.
Moon Knight
And
is
it's right on the
dope.
trolley
Yeah.
line. So when
Clean.
you pass by, you'll see all these characters.
Yeah, the trolley sees it. It's right next to
So
it.
I love that one. We change it every year.
Yeah.
We'll do other characters, bring other people.
What are you guys' favorite comic book characters?
I like Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was tight.
Moon
Did
Knight
you guys
was
see the
dope,
show? That
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just sick.
I like the classic ones. So
Yeah.
we did my homeboy Drex. He's from Oceanside. He's from SK. He's over here. They did a big one. They did the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
shit.
nice,
Sick, bro.
man.
When you see it, you're like,
Yeah, it was Drakes and Seeks. They fucking
Okay.
killed that.
They
Yeah.
killed it.
Damn, that's probably
That
dope.
one
There's
looked
some
good.
heavy hitters on that wall. You ever heard of Mode 1? He's been doing all those MMA fighters in
Oh,
Tijuana.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's doing big stuff.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, he did that. Like he did that big. It's like on a bridge. And this guy, I'm standing. Like he just won a big title. I don't know his name, but he won a big title and he went to paint it. He was real dope. He's on the wall with us. We got a couple of guys. Richie Uno, something like that. His name is.
Yeah, Richie.
Man, beautiful. Real nice, really, real dope work.
But you
Okay.
guys got there's a lot of famous people here in North County. I mean, other than Junior Sam, I know there's a lot of people we could
Yeah,
paint too,
we like painting.
What? Nah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that a few years back, Banksy came and hit up a wall over here in Coast Highway in Oceanside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
interesting.
that
I seen
somebody-
Invader. Have you seen Invader? You know what I'm talking about? This guy, he paints the Invader from the old school game. The pixelated little alien monster.
Like the little aliens,
Yeah, he travels the world and he paints them. They went in
shit.
downtown. So that was pretty tight. I saw a Cup 2 hit up on the freeway over there drive by the neighborhood. Like maybe last year. So that's pretty tight. I never seen Cup 2 around San Diego. You know who that is, right? Like the OG.
Cup
He's
2?
like Cup 2 is one of the OG graffiti writers.
Nobody
man.
likes him though.
Super legend. Oh,
Why?
He snitched. On. He's a writer from New York, but they got paperwork on him. He told he's famous now, but in the streets,
Es otro pedo, yeah.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
no good.
it's cool dude though.
He gets
Still a legend.
Fucked up
Yeah,
every
time.
Hell yeah.
like 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's famous. He has
Yeah.
money, but
He's gonna get jumped. every now and
yeah,
then,
pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
That's
Like,
what
it's
I
like a once a year thing now. Like it's like
Yeah.
a tradition. Yeah.
you do got this one artist here, Disable. He's like, really famous,
It's everywhere.
in the graffiti world. You know how Chaka used to be famous, well, he's like, like the new Chaka, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But even better, he goes all over the world, and he's from North County, man. He's
Yeah.
a straight legend.
San Diego's got fire, man. We got a lot of talent. We're doing a lot of stuff. Like I know you guys think even the rap game is going up. And like
Oh yeah.
you were showing me your boyfriend, man, that was good. Like we got down there's a lot of dudes coming up. And I seen that they're working together. They're starting to, because we're breaking those old school barriers. I remember.
See, like those, everybody does their own thing. Type
Yeah,
of thing,
colors
No
come
funciona,
together,
güey.
man.
No funciona así. Just to like, why compete with each other like that?
Yeah, we're homies.
Yeah.
There's a show I was like that quote is homies help homies. Yeah, like that's it.
You got who's that one dude that he raps over here?
Oh, you got DC.
What's his name?
Desi
I
Hollow?
post.
Desi
I-
Hollow.
Dude, that was so
I
dope,
bang,
right?
What's that dude? He sings that song.
I don't know that.
I post, I smoke, I bang.
Oh no.
No,
Something like that. I don't know what he does,
Not
but
sure.
like I see that shit. Everybody's always tagging his jams, but I think he's from outside somewhere.
What?
Yeah,
Snow, there
you know
you
what?
go.
I thought it was something to do with Bishop, but yeah, I mean they're from the same
I
camp.
remember him. Yeah.
Bishop Snow. Then you got definitely Desi Hollow all underneath the
Well,
Matt
Desi
Strange
Hollow,
umbrella.
he's from here. I thought
Dude,
he was from
what's it called?
Oceanside. No,
Matt
This
Strange.
is Oceanside.
Oh, okay.
is it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, this OC?
Yeah, this is Oceanside.
I mean, I thought he was from Orange County. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
He's
Does he
no,
handle?
no.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
he's
he's from
from
here.
Oceanside.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was badass, man. I
Yeah.
bumped that every day too. It's so good.
Well-
Yeah. His new album with like the G Funk stuff.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh no. I,
He's
okay,
always
I-
had that
I
tone with
changed
him,
that.
man. It's fucking
Diamond,
fire.
what's that dude's name? They always play together. They're from the funk.
For the Funk
Freak
Freaks,
Funks, yeah,
Funk
Funk Freaks.
Freaks,
They-
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And you heard those guys are dope too. The DJ crew, they hang
Yeah,
out.
it's just sick, man.
I had a question, man. Got a blank right now, but
They-
go ahead. I'll come back to me. I'll be
Yeah.
like, you know.
But I do have a question, man. Since you guys do murals and you guys run that whole art scene, what are some artists that you guys haven't worked with yet that you guys want to do a project with?
Shit, man. I haven't. I painted next to some cool people, but we never really like collaborated. You know, I was just talking to ground floors. They want to do something with me, so that's gonna be on the work soon.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
I get to work with them, do something cool, make that work. You know, we'll see how it goes, and I'm open for whoever comes around. You know, there's a lot of homies down there in San Diego that I want to work with, which is haven't had the chance to come up with this wall.
We're just gonna do.
Yeah,
You're gonna do a portrait of Homeboy.
Oh yeah, I work
Mitchie.
with this. Wait, who? Oh, Mitch is like, yeah. So I got this other project cooking up. You know, you always gotta have. The OG told me you gotta have a couple pans on the stove. You know, cooking stuff. So I have a project going on with Mitch's Lick. So I'm trying to do a mural for him, put him in the wall because he represents San Diego, man. Like he's a San Diego legend. So I figure he needs his wall, do something in his neighborhood. You know, I'm the one that thought about it, but if we had anybody from that neighborhood that wants to work with me, let's fucking do it together. You know, because
Hey.
I don't know any other artists like that. But if you see me and you want to work, let's fucking talk. You know,
Get it down.
yeah. But that's a good project. That's gonna be tight. I'm excited for that. You know,
That's
but
sick.
I had to prioritize projects right now. He's one because of what happened with my wall with the Rey Mysterio. That's starting a huge thing right now. Now like I was just on the news for it because of what happened. The news came. It was
It was like CBSA, right?
CBSA. Yeah. That girl was pretty cool. She did good with the story. We were pretty happy with it. We're trying to do it again on Thursday. They're gonna come again. So we're trying to push that.
Well, let's tap in, dude. Let's talk about that because that's something that we didn't get a chance to cover in the first half. But you do have an event going on this Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Are you bringing awareness of what happened to your wall?
Yeah. It's a couple. We're using my wall as the current event, but this happens to all the artists, So we're trying to solve that problem, and like I'm the kind of person that goes on and moves on with stuff quickly. I don't dwell on stuff, but I gotta dwell on this because it has a bigger purpose now that it comes down to it. Like I've organized with one of the OG muralists from Chicano Park. His name is Mario Torero, and his wife Sarah, and they work at this place called the San Diego Made Factory. So they decided that what happened. I came to him about it, and he's like, "We're gonna do something." And so they're the ones that they're giving me the venue, organizing the flyers and stuff, and then we're just doing all the push work, So that what we want to do is bring the community, bring the artists. I want to bring like business owners too, because we want to have a conversation about this, like let's talk because we got different point of views. We got the community point of view because they get to see it. Sometimes they don't get to say it on what goes on the walls, but they live on it and they got to see it. So we need to see their point of view. Then we have the artists, and we need their point of view.
Yeah.
And then we need the business owners because they own the businesses. So it's their property and stuff. So we gotta respect that too. And we gotta think about their point of view. So we're gonna bring them all together, explain the problem, see how it's a common problem. I have my homie Mena told me he's got like 6 of his walls being erased.
Wow.
Yeah, OG.
And do they get erased by like the business owners, or is it by the city, or how?
It
Or
depends,
is it a mixture of both?
Both,
Okay.
I'm not sure the situations that happen with my homie Mena. Shout out to Mena. He's a dope artist. But he got some of his stuff erased. And now I got mine erased, and then there's been a couple others ones here. Like OG Torero had one of his been erased. There was another OG. His name is Queso. He did another one, and his got erased. he actually, from what I understand, he just fought the city on it. He won.
Oh, shit.
So he's one. There's been because there's laws in California. Laws is like California is such an artistic place.
Yeah.
We've been doing murals in California for fucking ever, previous generations, and so those generations started it, and they started the laws, they started like things for it. Right now the current one is called CAPA, California Arts Protection Act, and so that's the one that states and dictates what happens to the murals and how they can do it, and for both sides, so a lot of people don't know that. They don't know, like a lot of young artists like myself. I didn't know there was such a thing. I didn't know I had rights on my walls to such a level. But now I do, but I had to go through the OGs, and the OGs passed down the knowledge. But, I'm in a way, I'm like, I'm blessed, because like homies like him opened the door for me to meet these people, this OG muralists that have been around for a long time and done a lot of things in San Diego, and I'm able to get this knowledge. I'm able to go to them and be like, "Hey, this happened to me. What can I do?" And then they have the knowledge and they pass it down to me. But there's all the artists that don't have these links, and they don't know it. And in San Diego, there's nothing, there's nobody that's doing it. So we want to be the people to do it.
Hell yeah, man.
You know.
Start the trend,
Yeah, we want to start that movement. We want to push that unity of the organization. An organization is going to keep an archive of the murals, like maintenance type of stuff. Who did it? Who worked on this? And the organization is going to take young muralists and teach them, like, oh, come on, let's go away. I'll show you how to do this. Like, hey, come on, you want to learn? Here's a class.
Yeah.
We have classes there. You want to do that? We have a classes there. You got some questions? I'm here. Someone else is here. They're like, I might be the first one, but I want to bring as many people as I can to come in with me so that we could do this, And thanks to this event, thanks to all this, we're other people that are really supporting me. They're facilitating the connections to the news, to the city people, where we can start to get things done, get it going. So because of this, I decided to put like a couple other projects on the side, and I gotta let her know, like, look, I got this going on. I wanna put my focus on this, and I wanna push it, and I wanna be out there. Like last Sunday, we were at the Dia de los Muertos event in Barrio Logan. Me and my wife were over there with the San Diego May Factory. We were passing out flyers. We were collecting signatures. Like. We were talking about what happened to the wall. We had a big old poster with what happened to the wall, and we were bringing people over. It's like, hey, man, let me tell you what happened. This is what I did, and it took me this long, and that's what it looks like. Now it's gone. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, why would you cover that? Like everybody had the same reaction, that everybody was disappointed. So we're like, you disappointed, but you supported? Sign my paper.
Do you see yourself remaking that mural again?
Yeah, bigger, better.
And
Maybe,
we got another couple of walls. Some options for some other walls, probably double the size.
Yeah, I hope so. The project is gonna get bigger, So that's
you're not going back to that wall where they erased the mural.
No, well, somebody offered something else as another option, which is way better.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. The bigger project.
Do you see yourself like actually putting your art there in those walls?
I'm not against the guy. I don't know him, so I don't know what's mentality, what he was thinking, and whatever, but I'm sure that if I'm able to have a conversation with him, we could have an agreement. I probably won't do a face on that wall again. It was hard to do faces on that wall. It has like accents and stuff. It wasn't completely flat. The texture on the wall sucked up the paint like a motherfucker, so it definitely was hard. So my friends have facilitated a bigger wall, something like something else is gonna come bigger for it. Now I'd rather put that wall there where I can make it bigger. I could add because I still miss like Eddie Guerrero, and I miss Psychosis. I didn't choose to put in them because they weren't like really San Diego, but they're part of the history of Rey Mysterio.
Lucha Libre, and they were very
and they're Latinos, and I mean that part of the neighborhood is pretty. It's a little mixture, but there's a lot of Latinos, and everybody can relate to them. Them. They wrestle here, They didn't just wrestle in Mexico; they wrestle here. So you saw them in the TV.
But we're gonna,
So-
it started with what happened to him, this tragedy, but we're gonna want to protect everybody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's the
like
purpose.
you guys mentioned, like Junior Seon. You know what I mean? There's only a little piece, and I'm like, nah, that's messed up. We want a piece where they can't erase it, protect it. Hey, that guy's from here. He did a lot. That dude's known, and his family's still here. So if we could protect some artwork, where did he grow up? Right here on D Valley or where?
Yeah, on the street.
Or
But
something.
that's what the organization will do. Like we create this organization. Well, because it's gonna start over there in like the southeast area of San Diego, right? That's where we're center at right now. So, but we could expand. Once like North County decides to swing with us and start doing murals and doing their stuff too, we could come and help them out. And then we show them how to protect them and how to take care of them. And we'll make sure that the artists that do it are taken care of. They know their rights. They know the things that there's procedures, and the business owners are aware. Because it's not just the artists; it's also the business owners. They don't know. You don't. I mean, who knows? There's a law that protects art.
It's like a transition in between like just doing like straight up graffiti on the wall and then like doing a mural and like interacting with the business. It's a whole different side of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they have to say something. It's their business. They like one of this OG told me like, if I drop $2 million in the business, why do I gotta ask you what I could do with a wall?
True.
Completely get it. I didn't drop $2 million on that wall on that whole business. You did. So I gotta respect what you want too. But
Right.
there's a middle ground. We could talk together. That somebody brought up maybe putting like a time limit on the murals.
Yeah.
Like have that contract and be like, I want this wall, this piece of stuff will stay there for 10 years. After 10 years, you could reach out to me and I could change it, or you could get rid of it.
Yeah.
Or there'll be something.
That'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be a good clause for those kind of businesses. There's parts where they could just be forever murals. They're like those things that like, for example, like Chicano Park.
Right.
Those murals in Chicano Park, they're not gonna go anywhere.
And those are pretty much the only ones really protected.
They're rooted in. They have their own organization that takes care of them. And that's just fucking amazing. They do dope stuff. I have a piece in there I got to work. I was part of the team that took care of one of the murals there. So that was pretty tight, and I got to see how they work and stuff. And it's 100% proud of everything that they do there. So, but it is still a little, they take care of their own,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to take care of our own. But for me, what I see our own is much bigger picture.
Yeah.
A much wider area.
I think one of the problems that we're encountering, where we live is the neighborhood's changing. We have a lot of people moving in.
Gentrification.
Nah, that doesn't happen down here.
Hey, but we're trying to fight it back, man. We put in culture in it, we put in history, culture.
Other people are moving in and they buying up businesses. They come with money or something, a lot of people.
Hope you got insurance.
So they're selling, people are selling their houses because they're being offered so much money, and some people giving into temptation to, forget it. I'll take that $1 million, for a little, And so they come in, they build big old condos, and they're not, cognizant of the neighborhood. Hey, this a barrio, it says Barrio Logan for a reason. You know what I mean?
They're just like, oh, money.
They want to change it. They want to make it look like OB or some hippie shit.
Make it look civilized and shit.
Put some tie-dye art. And I'm like, nah, man. This the hood, man. We don't want that tie-dye, paintings.
Keep
you know
our
what I mean?
shit,
Just like in OB, they probably don't want, lowriders and stuff like that. So
I put a lowrider in OB. I painted like what was it, a 42 Cadillac on one of those walls, OG Cadillac, and I put the OB Pier behind there.
Was it dropped or like American Graffiti OD car?
A little bit of both. Yeah, like
I
didn't put a lot. Yeah. I mean, I didn't put like spokes in it, I put like hot rod kind of stuff. But it is lower. It is an oldie. It is a Cadillac.
But I mean, if it's happening here too, then they that's what they at least if we have a bunch of murals, you're in the hood. You know what I mean? Hey, we got people that grew up here, people that been in this
You're in a
neighborhood.
cultural center, you know, like this culture. San Diego is such a mixed place, especially down there. We got a lot of people from all over the place. So
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Straight
Yeah.
up, dude. That's facts.
yeah, and so we need everybody needs representation, you know, like they need to do it, and so that's what we're over there, you know. He's bringing the graph, we're bringing the cultura, you know. Like I put Quetzalcoatl on the walls and stuff,
yeah,
you know.
dope.
Like, I did that, you know. So we're trying to push other different gods, other different things to push, you know, cultura. Bring that, keep it there.
Fuck yeah, man.
We'll
Love
hook up
it.
this room too, man.
Yeah, dude, yeah,
Yeah, no, like a
we'll
lot
bring
of
you guys
guys-
to campus one of these
A lot of
days.
Yeah, I
it
need
is
to
all
forget
like
it.
it's all local stuff on that wall, man. It's
Yeah,
like,
true
the
shit.
majority of this is all local artists, local musicians.
Right.
Got some like poetry books up there and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the previous guests up in the wall. Like, it's been a journey,
Yeah.
and just like it is gonna be for you guys, man. Especially with all that happened with your mural, and now the way that it's been received by everybody, and we're there for you, bro. 100% support
yeah.
your movement and whatever you need.
Yeah. I loved it.
Hit
I
us.
loved to come in and put on it. What was it like? I heard it's good to talk about it. Right? Like yeah, like definitely. Yes, it is. Like we were to like come through because I heard it's good to talk about like this issues. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, because I was feeling like a little, I was in my feelings about it,
No,
you
but
know.
see,
But
you know, it's just fucking
Yeah.
beautiful mural, you know, and like it means a lot to the city. Just someone just be like, fuck that.
yeah, for sure. But now I see in a better point of view. Like it's like those OGs, man. They shone the light on me. The OG told me like, hey, this sucks, but it's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing for you because
Yeah, because like now you're gonna get like a little bit of like recognition from like them getting rid of it. Like, dude, that was a really good like mural, and they're gonna start looking at the other murals and be like, oh damn, this guy's actually like pretty talented.
Yeah, however, thank you.
So,
Yeah.
but let me ask you, man, you guys have done a lot of murals. What has been one of the more challenging murals or pieces that you guys have done?
To me, that most challenging one,
The one that we're gonna work on.
the big one was
Damn, we haven't even done it. It's already gonna be there.
Yeah.
Dude, we've been working on this one for a year.
Yeah, this project is
So
taking
we
a
gotta deal with
minute.
Caltrans, and
Oh,
Caltrans are
shit.
real strict.
No,
man.
but see, it's
Yeah,
a bunch of paperwork.
we're
and
gonna be-
bureaucracy
Oh,
and
they
shit.
got a lot of
Yeah.
rules, man. A lot of rules.
What are some of the rules that they have in place?
You can't use no yellow. Like, that's one of them.
Oh,
Why?
Because
Because
it's a transit color.
it's a transit
Yeah,
color.
no
and-
transit
and,
colors
so-
together, no words.
You know,
stuff
so
like
we're
that.
like, okay, maybe we could do it like a lime green, like a real light green, it kind of or an orange.
Yeah,
yellow.
like get it close enough. So
yeah,
like, where you
we
kinda think,
tiptoe.
like,
We're
yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
tiptoe a lot of stuff.
Is that yellow? It's like, no, it's orange yellow.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't write. Oh, no names. There's no
Oh.
letters, nothing on a mural.
Oh, so it has to be like just the image type of like on
Just
the mural.
images, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, they don't want
Faces.
no people
Nobody that's
living.
alive, they have to be dead.
Damn.
You know, because they
Nah.
don't want somebody complaining, you know, or something. So
Yeah.
they gotta be already dead.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and this time we're painting their territory,
Okay.
you know, because there's not a lot of murals in Caltrans property, you know, like the freeways and the street stuff. So this time we're actually painting the underpass of the 5 freeway on Imperial Avenue.
Oh shit.
And like I said, these are forever murals. You know, once we do it, it's gonna be there. You know, nobody, you know, unless they do it, but we're gonna work on something for that. But it's gonna be there, you know. And so what we're trying to depict on those walls is history, the history of the Sherman Heights, the history of the Logan Heights. You know how it all started. He found out that the guy that funded Sherman Heights, his name is John Sherman, right? Matthew Sherman, and he bought land for 25 cents an acre. Imagine that, bro.
So we're
Imagine that nowadays, bro.
25 cents.
Dang.
So this dude, Matthew Sherman, he was in the U.S. Army. So when the U.S. Army came and
He fought Mexico.
conquered,
He
you
fought.
know, all this
Mhm.
against Mexico, he liked it over here. That he's like, you know what, you know, I'm gonna stay over here. So he brought his wife from the East Coast. He bought everything that's Sherman like for 50 cents. It was just all wilderness.
Yeah, just all
Downtown was
wilderness,
still
yeah.
old town. San Diego was still the
Right.
original downtown. And then some guy named Horton said, you know what, let's make downtown over here. Because the waters are deep, you could bring bigger ships. And so he bought the Sherman Heights because it's higher up. So they, you know, they call it the Heights. and but he also, they bought they also made the Sherman Elementary. They got a cemetery down that way where he lives. That's where they're buried. They also they bought that land and made that.
They did a lot, cemetery.
They did. He was the mayor of San Diego for a minute.
Okay. We found out all this history from all those neighborhoods, so we're gonna try to put that on the wall.
Because
nobody knows,
it's gonna be dope when you see it.
Yeah, like who knew the guy was like where Sherman name comes from, Who knew they got Logan Heights, his name out there, a guy named Logan, so like who knew that? I didn't know that. That wasn't in our books in class, but
true.
So we want to put that there, we're gonna put like in Sherman Heights, it was like the first black policeman. We're gonna put him there. And him
the first black Padres, the first Mexican Padre player too.
Yeah, they're from that area, but that first black policeman created the first Latino policeman from that same neighborhood because nobody wanted to ride with that guy. So they hired him like a Latino to, I don't know if he was Mexican or who he was, but he was Latino, he spoke Spanish. And then put them to ride together. But I mean, that's fucking legendary, that's history, man. The first of our kind to be in these positions, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing or whatever they did in the things, but they were there and they made some history. They were the first ones of us to do this kind of stuff. So they need to be on the wall. There's a lot of important people in the community that need to be on the wall. They did things for the community, so that's what we're trying to do with that project. So that's why it's been challenging because
it's hard.
We've been going, we had to do the research. We had to make sure we get approval. We had to make sure everything is
ready
set.
To go and set.
Yeah. So
I got later, like, hey, you got this, like, fuck.
Yeah,
so
man.
we're doing
it's been a whole year rolling on that.
We're doing a picture, a historical photo picture, you could say. So it's gonna start, with the beginning. It's the Kumeyaay, right? Mm-hmm. It was all nice and clean. It was just they were the original people. Then we're gonna have all these ships, the Spanish ships coming. They came in, did their desmadre, and then the United States came, and then they did their desmadre, and they're still doing the desmadre.
Yeah, todos son desmadre.
Nothing was.
We're gonna put that on there.
Everything was by force and stuff like that. And
I mean, if you're talking about that, like the U.S. is a warring nation. Like that's how they've gotten their power. I mean, that's how any empire gets their power. But like,
for sure,
the United States has been at war for the majority of its creation.
Nothing was given. So we're gonna show it in a picture. Just the transitions and how it's changed hands and everything was all through wars or through struggles and
it's a group of artists, we got more people working with us together. It's everybody, and then once we start painting, we're gonna try to bring some more people, trying to everybody to help.
Like everybody we know come through, like put a little.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, when we get to that point,
So that's awesome, man.
But besides this project, the other the one I struggled with was that 2-story house, man. At the end,
house?
Yeah.
The one you just finished up right now?
Yeah, man, that shit was scary, bro.
Well, because you gotta be in the scaffolds, right?
It was a lift. No, the scaffolds are good. I was on a 5-story scaffold when we were doing the Chicano Park one. That was good. I was all the way next to the bridge. Like I touched the floor. There was cars running right on there above my head.
How did that feel?
That's how high I was. It was scary.
Yeah,
it was scary. The semis all passed and the whole thing would shake. Yeah, but that scaffolding was safe. It was pretty safe. It was good. It was safe. But when I was doing that other wall with the owner of the house, he ran the shout out to Oscar. He's a cool dude. He's an artist himself. He rented the lift for me. It's one of those up and downs, and it moves. Fun scissor lift. Yeah, it was fun. It was tight. But the only thing is that the road, it's like at a slope down and at an angle down too. So it's like so
you're in the like the lift, just like all sideways with it, right?
It wouldn't even go up. Like it'll go like 5-6 feet up and it'll get stuck. So I had to bring it down, and then Oscar ended up cutting a couple pieces of wood. And we figure out a way how to push the lift and stick the wood on there and then all this to balance it.
Right.
To we just added that thing on the corner and then we just balance it up. And that's how I was able to get the lift to go up. So then it will go up, but it was freaking shaky. And if I walked a little too much, then it will be unbalanced. Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't go down. So I got stuck up there for maybe an hour one time. Like one of like I was like, go down, like go down. Yeah,
Is
like
that when you called me and shit? Hey, help.
please, I'm stuck. I figured out you had to have someone else with you all the time because they got to.
In case you get stuck or something.
Yeah, because you could troubleshoot it from the bottom and force it to go down.
Okay.
Because once you're on top, those controls they're locked, and then it won't go down.
Oh shit.
So I would have
So
to.
anytime you do any of these lifts, you need it's a 2-man job.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Safer, safety.
And those things are scary too, dude. Scissor lifts.
Yeah. It would go up and it would shake, and I was like, oh, la verga. It's patitas.
They're pretty pricey to rent too.
Yeah.
For a whole week, sometimes.
But it was helpful. I got a lot of things done, especially because you can move it up and it's like a little car. You just move that thing up, and I got it all done.
Fuck yeah, man.
But that was a struggle. I would say that was the one I struggled with the most. All the other murals, they like the little staircase, a little steps to, and I could reach the top, or I'll bring my scaffolding. I did this huge. I think it was like 50 feet long, by like 16 feet, 12 feet tall. It was this. It was a smoke shop. So I ended up doing Snoop Dogg, Bob Marley, Tupac, Be Real, and Eminem, and they're all smoking. So I put their images together, and so that was really tight, And so I had a scaffold, and I had to get on the scaffold and get them to the top and reach it. Yeah. So that was a struggle, but it wasn't as bad. That one took 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah, just straight on.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
He did some baseball players too. He did pretty.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I done a lot, man. I think I'm close to like 20 murals right now.
Damn.
So I'm trying to. My goal is to hit 100, and then I figure out once I hit 100 murals, then I'm gonna figure out what else I gotta do. But I set myself a goal to hit 100 murals, whether it's all here in San Diego or once I start able to travel. Yeah, maybe. I want to travel once we're going through a situation, and once that situation is sorted out, I'm gonna be able to travel, and then we'll be able to do some cool things.
Yeah, man.
Oh, let's get it, bro.
Hell yeah,
You guys going to Chicano Park Day? You guys?
I think we were there this past one for Chicano Park Day. It was like over the summer.
Yeah.
We definitely stop by, and hopefully we could do it again next year, dude.
Man.
Oh yeah, I was there this year. I was picking up trash.
Yeah. And
it was tight.
Shout out to the homie Placas real quick, man, because he always hooks us up with the events down there. So yeah, most definitely we'll be there next year.
Oh yeah,
What's
man.
up, Placas?
He's a good homie, man. Big supporter. He supported me a lot. He just hooked up my daughter to because my daughter asked me, she wants to be a danzante, like one of the Aztec danzantes. So I asked them, and they hooked me up, and today she started. So now she's just being an Aztec danzante.
Oh yeah, when she think of it, she likes it.
Yeah, I'm about to ask her when I get home, but
okay.
She asked for it,
Yeah.
So she was like, "Hey, I wanna join them." So I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go." My wife told me about it, and I was like, "I just gotta go ask somebody." And I asked him; he was the right person to ask, and he made that happen.
Like Simon Carnal, I got you right now, dog. Yeah.
Man, he makes things happen, man.
Yeah,
he's a dope guy.
Shout out to Placas, man.
Yeah. See, I might join too.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Get that cardio in, bro.
But it's just bringing into the roots, Like I was born in Mexico. I was born in Mexico City. Like I come from Tenochtitlan, So I try to keep my roots, my roots strong. I go out of my way because over here you don't learn none of that stuff. That knowledge is not available.
It's a whole different history.
Yeah, but thanks to YouTube, thanks to social media, you can find everything, So I got out of my way. That's like Aztecs for Dummies and shit. Let me fucking watch this 15-minute video on how things went down, and then you go down the rabbit hole, and then you start learning about this guy, and then like all the different tribes and the languages, the history, and so I like that, I love it. I like to learn it, and I like to share it because when I tattoo, sometimes people come and they ask me for these tattoos. I'm like, do you know what this means? I'm like, nah, not really. This homie came. He had Quetzalcoatl on his stomach, like the snake. It was like the circle one. Mm-hmm. It's the cycle of the never-ending cycle of the feather serpent. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't aware. He just, I just got a snake tattoo on me. I was like, oh, are you serious? let me tell you what this is.
Cool, man.
Yeah, but you can't belittle them. Can't put them down. So I was like, let me tell you what this is.
Let me enlighten you on what you just got tatted on there.
Yeah, let me tell you about the history. All this assimilation of cultures and all these fake things that they put in our lives and stuff. And so I try to shine that light as much as possible. But, you know, why not?
Now be someone, you know.
Yeah, somebody gotta do it. Then look.
Yeah, you know, like I teach my kids too. You know, my kids know, so they know. Like in my house, I paint the gods. You know, all the time. Like all the Aztecs, everybody for like. Man, you can't even call them Aztecs. So that's not a real name. You guys know that? Like it's not a real name. They just made that up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was made up by this he's an European geologist. He came to Mexico and started to study, and he looked at certain things and he figured out that the Mexica had come from Aztlan. And so, because they came from Aztlan, he decided to name them Aztec. And so it derivated from that. But in reality, what he was talking about was the union of the three tribes that created Mexico City. Because Tenochtitlan was ruled by three different tribes that worked together. The Mexica was the major one. You know, it was the main family and then two side families, but they all worked together. It was a whole coexistence. Without those three families working together, Tenochtitlan wouldn't have been as majestic as it was. You know, but they never called themselves Aztecs. This white dude
after some white dude came.
Yeah, this white dude came and said, "Oh, these guys are called the Aztecs."
Yeah.
And so now we all refer them to as Aztecs, but they weren't.
They looked at the Aztecs like, "Hey, how do you guys feel about us building some new homes here?" You know.
Yeah, man, they did, and you know it was crazy because they actually kept the architecture.
Yeah.
And that's like about.
I mean, who else does that a lot? England, where they have like the same thing. They have a museum with like all the stored and like treasures that they found. Like,
Yeah, they
they're
do.
like, oh well, no, this belongs to us. And I was like, nah, bro, it belongs to that country over there. Like,
Big
that's
time.
their history, you know.
Yeah, that's their culture. Like I think they still have like el penacho de Cuauhtémoc. You know, the big one.
I think it's in Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still there, but they can't bring it back. I mean, it's too fragile.
Damn.
So
well,
they would try to bring it back. It will probably just
crumble, just fall and shit.
Yeah, so we can't get it back, but it belonged to us. Supposedly, it was gifted to him, but that shit wasn't gifted to him.
Yeah.
Nobody liked this ass. That's why he cried on the fucking tree.
Yeah. Hey, well, then, look, hey, brother, thank you so much for stopping by, bro. It's definitely it was a really good time, dude. I hope you enjoyed yourself here at the
Oh
podcast.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you too, Snaps.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it, man.
Next time I come back, I'll bring you a penny.
Claro, ya.
Yeah.
Ya habían escuchado, ¿no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
bring
heard
it.
So you said
Verbal.
Yeah, verbal.
Yeah. All right, it's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
sign it now.
Send me a text real quick,
Yeah, be secure. I'll have it. I'm gonna bring you one of my gods so you can have it here.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
So you said you've never done a podcast before?
No, I done like interviews, but I never came into this room. It was like I just did Mi Gente podcast last week,
Oh, okay.
but that was through a Zoom meeting. So it's
okay,
cool.
So it's never been like an actual
Like an in
sit
studio.
down.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Like I think like 2 years ago, when I first started painting, I did Sol Locas. I know you guys heard of Sol Loca. Like she's from San Diego too, and like
Yeah.
Yeah,
She does a lot of like sewing, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Everybody
she's
Logan?
big. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Sol Loca.
Yeah, we actually met her through podcast
Claudia.
last time we went.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
Dude,
so
we got to get her on the podcast.
she'll be dope. Yeah, we can make that link.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
sure she'll be down, man. She's all over it. You know, she was dope. She had me on like on her 6th episode, so that was pretty tight. You know, and then that was where everything else started. Once I did that podcast, I was linking up with him, and it was just growing. You know, so that was it. After that, this is the first time me being in this. I was like, this is fucking tight.
Yeah, man, we've tried doing like Zoom meetings or like through like something similar to that. Like, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. You're just doing it, but it's not the
It's
same as
definitely
having it
not
like
the
in a
same.
studio.
Yeah, man, you can't talk like this.
Yeah,
you know?
you're like sometimes they have like bad signal or like sad. You're just like, oh, damn, creo que se cortó, you know.
Yeah.
It
No,
glitches.
it's in studios where it's at, dude. But I mean, depending on the guest and on their time availability, we can work things out there. As long as they're down to kick it, we'll always make it work out.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're
And-
down and kick it.
Yeah, but then luck. Thanks again for kicking it with us, bro. Snaps, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more time, man. Let everybody know where they could reach you at, and if they could actually clear those walls for you, so they could, get arted.
Hell yeah. Well, just hit me up on my social media. You know, Instagram will be Dentlok Tattoo Arts. Yeah, you see the name right there, right? You see it? Yeah, just that's it. Facebook, Instagram. You can put that same name, and you'll be able to find me, and then you'll be able to talk to me. You can put a Gmail next to it, then you could email me. Yeah, that's how you reach me. But anybody, let's work together, man. Let's make it happen.
What about you, Snaps? Where can people find you at?
You can find me at SD Writers, like with the W, San Diego Writers, SD Writers on Instagram, and or you can go to Osai Hitups. Man, you know, we work together all the time. So
you find him, he'll reach out to us, man.
We always work with each other. We're always helping each other out here or there, stuff like that. So make it happen.
Oh yeah,
sick.
Oh, yeah. His dog is friends with my dog.
Yeah, well, gentlemen, thank you again for stopping by. And shout out to everybody who made it through the whole entire episode, man. For real, don't forget, we weren't here with Dentlok. We weren't here with Snaps. We had Louis on. We had Bruce on. We had Piccolo making the merch over there in the back.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, but aside from that, we had a good time. So thank you everybody who commented, everybody who tuned in. Much appreciated. We'll see you on the next episode of the Kick It Podcast. We'll see you soon. Thank you for talking up with us. Thank you for smoking up with us. Thank you for kicking it.
Yeah.